It suits the government parties in Fianna Fáil to talk about all these matters as opposed to talking about the future, about what needs to be done. I mean, there are other issues in this very constituency where the government have refused to implement the findings of the Barron Commission into the killing of Seamus Ludlow, who was a local Louth man killed 40 years ago. What have the family got to do? They're in court trying to force the government to abide by one of its own recommendations from a commission set up by a previous government. Similarly with the two folks, the two local men who were killed in Kay's Tavern, Q Waters and Jack Rooney. Those people are deserving of truth. So we should not be having hierarchies of victims. We should not be using these issues to score cheap points. And let me say this. When I talk about people who have been bereaved or who are grieving, it isn't an academic exercise. You know, my family, two members of my family were killed, one by unionist paramilitaries, another by the British Army. My sister was left pregnant 6 months old when her husband was killed in Ballymurphy by the Parachute Regiment. My brother was seriously shot. I have been shot. My family home has been bombed. My office has been bombed. My constituency office in West Belfast, 3 people in the waiting room were killed.
All brought on by your own actions,
All
Jerry.
brought on by our own actions. It's not an awful thing.
But there's been a peace process, Regina Doherty.
That is in keeping with the Taoiseach's remarks about Windsor.
Can I say something about what Jerry Adams has just said, which are correct? I was talking about you. You're sitting here listing off a list of things that have happened to you over the years, as if it was poor old Jerry and you had nothing to do with the consequences of those actions.
Let me say this, Regina.
So be honest, Jerry.
Regina, just let me speak.
Be honest. So speak and be honest.
Okay, let me speak for a second. So my son doing his homework, and his mother in our family home in West Belfast is bombed. All brought on by their own actions?
You started
Sorry,
it.
hold on.
No, you could don't ask me a question and then let me answer it.
No, I didn't. I was repeating back to you what you said. Now, let me say this.
In this country,
Regina,
40 years ago.